Alright, so here is the toughest smartphone I have ever had. I made it that time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32.
This is just a little hybrid test of not only the video quality on the Sonim XP8, but a durability test as well. Alright, so yeah, I get it. Most smartphones these days are at least IP68 rated, so they can take water submersion up to 1.5 meters, maybe 30 minutes or so, and then they're clunking out. But the Sonim XP8 here can not only do that, but it's IP69 rated, which means it can take high pressure environments and steam. So that's great news if you're a first responder and you're looking for something essentially hazard proof. Maybe you're someone that's just trying to boil their post-workout hot dogs and your phone freaks off into the water. Like this, look at it, it still works. That's more than I could say about any other smartphone I've had. So I'm gonna finish my bulking meal here, wash up because I stink, and then we're gonna finish this video, see what else the phone has to offer. So for specs on the Sonim XP8 under the hood, you can expect a middle of the range smartphone. I mean, you have a 12 megapixel rear facing camera with a full HD video recording readout. The front facing camera is 8 megapixels, 4 gigs of RAM. It comes with Android 7, but it's now upgradable to Android 8. And a Snapdragon 630 chipset. So for your normal web browsing and media intake, it'll be just fine. I mean, it does lag here and there, but nothing to write home about. So if you want something snappier, but still kind of tough, not as tough as the XP8, I would look for a Samsung S8 Active. Has most of what you need that the Sonim XP8 can do, but if you're looking for something a little bit tougher, obviously, go with the XP8. Another thing I really like is the flappy bit that this phone has to cover up the USB-C charging port, because it just adds to the waterproofness of it. Keeps the dust out and, again, extends the lifespan of this phone. Alright, so Mother Nature has moved us back in the garage due to inclement weather. Not that this phone can't handle it, but I can't. Neither can my little camera here. Sonim can. Now I just wanted to say a few things that I really like about this phone. I mean, yeah, it has a forehead and a crimson chin, but it's kind of needed for a phone like this. The dedicated buttons. A lot of phone manufacturers really petered away from this, but it's nice to have, especially in inclement weather, especially in winters. I live in the Midwest where we get some grueling, harsh blizzards, frost, winter vortexes, crap that shouldn't happen anywhere, but that's where I live. The phone handles it just fine. Does fine in harsh extreme conditions, and it also has a screen that allows you to use the phone with gloves on. Well, maybe not every kind of glove, but most kinds of gloves. And down the side here, you can see that you have your dedicated buttons. This is for charging if you have more than one device, if this is for your whatever police force, and you have a little dock and you can set them all up on the dock and charge them at the same time. Here's your custom keys. I definitely dialed 911 by accident, the emergency number, because that's what mine was set to by default. And being the idiot that I am, I called back and said, sorry, that's not the point of this video. Now the phone also can get very, very loud in times of need. Now the quality of the loudness isn't the best, but it's meant for you to be heard and survive, not to get loud and sound cool. Another thing I really like about the Sonim XP8 is the fact that it has an interchangeable battery. A lot of phone manufacturers also steered away from this. Don't know why, but it's just nice to have. Now the battery that's inside of here is a 4900 milliamp, so it can last more than a day of general use. But if that dies, you can put in another one, and the batteries aren't that expensive. Not only does that prolong the life of the phone, but maybe your life if you're in some kind of life-threatening backpacking trouble. I don't know. But nice to have. So nothing's perfect, and this phone is no exception. One flaw that this phone has that really irritates me is the ability, or lack thereof, to save pictures from messages. I don't know why it's so difficult to do, but it just is. Maybe it's just me, but I think this is a pretty essential feature of not only a smartphone catered towards people who need something for critical conditions, but just for smartphones in this day and age in general. So the Sonim XP8 is a great phone. If you're in a line of work that demands technology that will last, won't break, or maybe you're just a grubby person that's rough on their stuff, this is the phone for you. I'm personally pretty gentle on my things. A phone like this, yeah, it's tough, but it's a little out of my needs for expectations physically for a smartphone. I mean, it's a big phone. It makes its presence known once in your pocket. Not only that, is I am a man of social media. I enjoy perusing Instagram, seeing what the applications have to offer, and this isn't a media machine per se. It's more or less a brick that you can make phone calls from and browse the internet from time to time. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's a great device. But for me, a phone like the Samsung S8 Active does the trick. I will still use this phone in the coming winter because it's just so tough, and it will last, and I won't break it like I broke my Red Hydrogen 1 in the winter, my iPhones, what have you. Midwest is tough on your things. That said, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon.